I just started filming a reaction to Doctor Strange 2. I speculated that I thought it might be the exact same thing that we saw at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, and it was. So I quit filming because I've already seen it. I don't really feel like I have much to contribute to thoughts about that beyond what I already mentioned in like a previous review or discussion about this. So this trailer has been out for a bit. It's taken me this long to get around to it. It's for the new, the Batman with Robbert Pattinson and various other people in here. This has been playing as a trailer in a couple movies that I've been to lately. I think one was the Spider-Man No Way Home, and then the other one was the Kingsman. And I plugged my ears and closed my eyes and refused to pay attention. So other than just hearing snatches of words here and there, I really don't know what this trailer is going to show. So let's go ahead and check it out.
Police! Hands up! Stay still!
Sorry, I got interrupted again. I do remember when I was first exposed to this trailer in No Way Home. I think it was No Way Home. When it got to this part, I did watch up to here. When it got to this part and I saw Jeffrey Wright, I was like, oh, okay. It's the Batman, because I remember that they had race swapped Detective, what's his name? Gordon? Jeez, I don't remember the doggone guy's name. I remember that they had race swapped him. So that I know that I don't like when they do stuff like that. I've not made it a secret that I'm not a fan of when they do things like that. But yeah, seeing him made me know. And also the tone, the undertones, the music, it reminds me a lot of the little teaser trailer that I had watched several months ago. Okay, so let me go ahead and, boy, that's like the third interruption so far I've had. Maybe I can get the rest of this under my belt. Okay. Here we go.
Stay still! Get out of here!
I forgot who's supposed to play that character in here.
Fear is a tool. But when that light hits the sky, it's not just a call. It's a warning.
Is the suit bulletproof?
I've been trying to reach you. Find the God! This is about a king, and Ritter's the match.
I can take care of myself.
If this continues, it won't be long before you've nothing left.
I don't care what happens to me.
It's only gonna get worse for you.
Whoa! Take it easy, sweetheart.
That's Colin Farrell, right?
Hear everything they say, ain't you?
Maybe we're not so different. Who are you under there?
What's with his suit?
I'm vengeance.
It has to be bulletproof, right?
What's black and blue and dead all over? You. Take it.
I got you!
Okay.
I got you!
I can see Colin Farrell in his face then when he looks back. I'm sure that's him. Yeah. I knew he had a lot of work done when they fixed him up. Okay. So I believe this was the trailer that came out when my brother Tim called me and was talking about how awesome it was and how this looked like the type of, like, let me see if I can paraphrase, if I can remember accurately the way he described it. That this looked like a Batman that was just starting out, kind of how he would have cobbled together his stuff. The thing is, that's not what it looks like to me. His suit looks like super awesome and badass, and it can deflect bullets. His Batmobile looks different, but it doesn't look to me like someone who just hodgepodged his suit together or hodgepodged his equipment together or whatever. It looks very much like a lot of the other Batman stuff I've seen. Y'all, I am still not convinced with Robbert Pattinson. I just when he did that yelling and smashed the glass, whoever he was talking to in that scene, what have you done or whatever, I'm just like, no, I'm not buying it. I am not. I have never been thrilled with his casting in this movie. And most of the time when I'm not super thrilled with someone who's been cast, most of the time that does not change. I am still, after watching this, I'm not convinced. I mean, the story itself might be fine, but I'm not buying him in this role. He is not badass enough looking. He does not have the gritty enough sort of presence for me. And I know he can do emo and all that. He looks all very emo-ish, but whatever. I mean, he might be a decent enough representation of the brooding, sort of dark, depressing, sort of gloomy nature of, like, let's say a Bruce Wayne, but as a Batman, I'm not sold. And I never was. Just like I don't like the casting of Blade. I am not sold on Mahershala Ali. I know there's been nothing that's come out about it, but Mahershala Ali just does not have the look. He doesn't have the strong facial features and angular, proportions of his face. He doesn't have that sort of presence that, like, let's say a Wesley Snipes had. And so I'm completely not sold on him in the part of Blade. And I don't think that's going to change either. He can't change the way he looks. And he just does not have that look for me. He was great in Luke Cage when he played Cottonmouth. Very convincing in that role. But Blade is a whole other character altogether. So I don't know. I just don't know about this one. So anyway, I don't even know yet if I'm interested to even go watch it. Honestly, I just when I found out Robbert Pattinson had been cast, I was just like so blah on him being put in this role that I immediately lost interest in it. And the teaser trailer was kind of cool the way they put it together with the music from Kurt Cobain's Nirvana. Some song of his, and that was kind of interesting the way they did it. And you could hear elements of that woven throughout this, but this has even done less. Like the teaser one was like, okay, but this one has sort of underscored the way I felt about it from the beginning. So I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind and go see it just for purposes of doing a review. But the problem is, I feel like I might be so biased against Robbert Pattinson that maybe a review I give won't be fair. If I do go see it, I would try not to let that color my perception. And if I did change my mind about how I felt, I would be the first to admit it, because this happened with Gal Gadot. As I've mentioned before, I thought she was a terrible pick for Wonder Woman when she first was cast, because I'd never had any exposure to her, but just the pictures of her, I'm like, nope, this is not going to work. I'm not convinced. I was just so down on her. It was just like, no. But then she proved herself. And I was like, yeah, no, I was down on her. I have completely changed my mind. That's very rare. So we'll see. If I change my mind about him, yes, I'll own up to that. But I don't know. I'm feeling pretty pessimistic about it. But then I'm feeling pessimistic about a lot of stuff right now, y'all. I'm just kind of in one of those moods. It's been lasting for a while, and it has not helped that we've lost another fur baby. And I feel like it's just affecting so much of what I do. And I apologize for that, really. I'm not typically someone who constantly feels this way, but anyway. Okay, well, didn't mean to go on that little rant. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and we'll see you guys later. Bye. So I not long ago filmed a reaction to the previous Batman trailer with Robbert Pattinson in it. And that one was a bit old because I took a while to get around to it because I'm not super pumped about this version of Batman. And so very recently, like maybe yesterday, a new one came out focusing on Batman and Catwoman. And I decided maybe I would check this out and tack it on to the end of the other one so that it's a little bit more relevant or timely. I know. There's been a lot going on, y'all. So let's just go ahead and check it out. I already sort of expressed how I felt about Pattinson in the previous trailer reaction. He hasn't convinced me yet, even in some of the stuff I was already watching. So let's see what they show here.
Bruce Wayne,
Sorry?
I wouldn't be bothering you here, but your people keep telling me you're unavailable. You know, you really could be doing more for this city. Your family has a history of philanthropy, but as far as I can tell, you're not doing anything.
It's a lot of the same stuff they showed in the other trailer.
The Riddler is asking for you.
The killer left this for the Batman. Why is he writing to you?
You came. I've been trying to reach you.
Riddler's
creepy.
latest. It's all about the Waynes. If we don't stand up, no one will.
You got a lot of cats.
I have a thing about strays. The bat and the cat. It's got a nice ring.
A new friend of yours?
I'm not so sure. I'm just here to unmask the truth about this cesspool we call a city. You're part of this too.
Hey, stop! Stay still!
How am I part of this? Oh, you're really not as smart as I thought you were. Bruce Wayne. All these years, you lied to me, Alfred.
We all have our scars, Bruce. You're still a Wayne.
He's involved in this?
No, he's not involved.
How do you know? He's a vigilante!
That reminds me of that scene in Batman Begins.
Selena, don't throw your life away.
Don't worry, honey. I got 9 of them.
It can be cruel, poetic, or blind. But when it's denied, it's through violence you may find.
Justice. The answer's justice.
Come on, vengeance. Let's get into some trouble.
Okay. Yeah, he's still not convincing me. He's just not. I think I've just kind of. It didn't take much for Gal Gadot to change my mind after just a little bit of exposure to her in the role. I've seen multiple things now with Robbert Pattinson as Batman, and he's just not doing it for me. I never thought that he would do it for me. I feel like what's her name? The Kravitz girl. I guess she's okay as Catwoman, but in all honesty, Catwoman is a character. I've never really cared for her. She always kind of she generally gets on my nerves because she's just kind of annoying in general. And I know she's like an important character in the Batman world, and I always thought that Batman was pretty stupid to be so infatuated with her because she was just like no good in a lot of ways. I mean, she's almost anti-heroish, so she's not completely bad, but I think my favorite Catwoman character on screen was probably Michelle Pfeiffer's character, because I felt like she embodied the essence of Catwoman without the annoying parts of her that I often pick up from other actors that play her. And so I'm getting that same kind of annoying vibe from this actress here. So I'm just feeling like I don't know. And I wasn't crazy about what's her name, who played her in The Dark Knight Rises and whatever. I keep forgetting her name. I wasn't super impressed with her performance, or just her even in general as the pick for Catwoman. I think something that kind of aggravates me about her character in general is that she's a thief. So she already rubs me wrong because she thinks she can just go and just steal. You know, I don't like characters that are like that in general. A lot of it does depend too on how they're written. Plus, I'm getting the sense that she's trying too hard to be super sexy in this role or super badass in this role. And so it's not rubbing me right. And I don't know. I think I expressed in my other reaction to this, to the other trailer, that I didn't know if I was even going to watch it. I can't remember if I said maybe I would or whatever. Maybe I'll change my mind, because if I watch it, it would be to review it, which I would be going into it very heavily biased against it. I'm not a fan of some of the changes they've made to some of the characters in here. I'm not crazy about the pick of Robbert Pattinson in the role. He's a fine actor. He's okay. But in this role, I'm just not feeling it. That's, from what I can tell, that's kind of like an unpopular viewpoint, because most people seem to be super excited about this movie. And I mean, I hope it meets their expectations. But for me, I'm just not, I'm very skeptical. However, if I watch this movie and I have a change of heart, I will be the first to admit it, because I will happily admit when something has won me over, whereas let's say when I previously thought that I wouldn't like it or wouldn't like the actor or whatever, but it's still sticking with me. It hasn't let up. So I'm really skeptical that if I watch this, I'm going to change my mind. It does look quite atmospheric. It does look very Batman-y, dark, dreary. I have a feeling that I will probably appreciate more the people that are playing the villains than the people who are playing the main and protagonists in here. I'm getting that sense. Colin Farrell looks like he's going to be really good in the role. I think, who's he playing? He's Penguin, right? Who is he playing? I can't remember. But the guy, whoever's playing Riddler, and I don't recall who's supposed to be Riddler, but he's creepy as heck in here. I mean, he's almost giving off like serial killery vibes. I mean, he's creepy. He's pretty effective. Robbert Pattinson is not. He's not. I know we were hearing a lot of not to me anyway. I know we were hearing a lot of rumors about how he didn't want to work out and he was doing this, but honestly, from the clips that's shown of his physique, he looks like he's in fine shape. He doesn't look pudgy. He doesn't look out of shape. He looks like he could be physically, convincingly someone who is used to exerting physical energy, using his body, fighting and stuff like that. But it's just other aspects of him aren't they just not, I don't know. Anyway, whatever. So there's that. I guess we'll see. If I change my mind and decide to watch it, I'll do a review, but I just don't know. We shall see. We only have a little bit more than 2 months before this movie will be in theaters, and I'm getting the sense that it's probably going to do pretty well. I think a lot of people are excited about it, and I hope it does well. Even if I don't care for it, I hope it does well, because I want movies in general to do well at the theaters, especially now with people so afraid to get out and just, live their life. People still so bogged down with fear. It's been going on far too long. It should have never started. And it's good to see that people are starting to get back out. And it feels like more and more people are starting to just ignore the fear mongering, which is good, in my opinion. But I fear that fear. I feel like it's probably a little too late, because now so many things bad have happened because fear has made people allow bad things to happen. Fear has made people allow power grabs to happen. And so I don't know if we can come back from that. And I did not mean to get off on that tangent. I was just talking about people getting back into the theaters. And so it's good to see how many people went to go see Spider-Man. That was awesome. How well it's continuing to do. And I expect that this is going to be well received, I guess. I mean, I don't know, unless I just feel like it's going to do well. I just don't think I'm going to be among the group of people that enjoy it. Yes, I just feel like my mind is pretty much made up because it's just the vibes I'm getting from it. But we'll see. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up now. And don't know when I'll get this out because I have that other one yet to edit, kind of put it all together. Okay, that's it for now, you guys. Bye.